Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will discuss about Oracle AP payment process request. So before we proceed, we need to understand what is PPR. PPR is equivalent to 11i payment batch functionality through PPR process. Payment administrator can make a payment of multiple invoices based on certain selection criteria. Now, we can see like what is that criteria which a user can select in the PPR process. But before we proceed that there are a couple of steps which are involved in the PPR process. First we need to create a couple of test invoices which are outstanding for payment, and then we can proceed with the creation of the payment process profile followed by PPR template, and then we'll proceed with the PPR process, which a PPR process typically involves at a high level these four steps: document selection, build payments, format payments, and confirm payments. As you know that in R12 AP module is divided into Oracle payables as well as the payments module. So the build payments and format payments are handled by the payments module, and the document selection and confirm payments are handled by the AP module. Okay. Now first we'll start with the creation of a couple of invoices. So let me log into payables vision operations responsibility and navigate to invoices, entry, invoices. I'll just try to create maybe 2 or 3 invoices. So ABC supplier, today's date, and invoice number, say ABC 3000. Invoice amount 30,000, and I'll ensure that this is due so that it will be picked up in our payment process immediate. For the detailed explanation of different fields in the creation of the AP invoice, you can refer to my YouTube channel video on like how to create AP invoices. 30,000, pick up any account. So I'll just use something called labor expense account. Save this. So I created first invoice. In order for an invoice to be selected by the payment process, it should be validated and approved. So let me validate and approve. I mean, there is small issue in this instance wherein like all the invoices are going on the encumbrance hold. So I'll just release that and then revalidate. So just ignore that error. Okay, so now it's validated. I'll create one more invoice and then we'll proceed with the PPR process. ABC 3001, 40,000. Immediate. Distributions 40,000, and again I'll use the same, maybe labor expense. Again save this, validate and approve, validate, approve. So release this encumbrance hold. This is just specific to this instance, and then revalidate. Okay. So now we have two invoices, an invoice for $30,000 and then another invoice for $40,000 with the supplier name APC supplier. Now we'll try to create a PPR process, and through PPR process we will try to make a payment for these two invoices. So if we go back to our steps, we have completed the creation of the invoices, and then we'll proceed with the creation of the payment process profile. So payment process profile will be used in the PPR template, and PPR template will be used in the PPR process. So that's the reason why I am following this sequence. First we'll proceed with the creation of the payment process profile. Go to setup, payment administrator, open an HTML page, scroll down, navigate to this payment process profiles. So click on this go to task, click on create. So I'll try to create a PPP. Just use the naming convention, say ARV underscore payment process underscore profile. ARV name as ARV payment process profile. So just for the code, I'm using the same naming convention as that of the name, but just with a underscore. Description, so you can use the same ARV payment process profile. And as far as the processing type is concerned, I'll use printed because when I created invoices, I have created invoices with the payment method of check, and default payable document which is associated with your bank account. So I have one particular bank account. First you must enter value for payment instruction here. Click on the drop down for the payment instruction. So the payment instruction is here the payment format. So these are all the seeded payment formats. So if you want to create your own payment format, you can create them and you can register. So once your payment format is registered, that should be available here. So I just want to pick a payment format of check. Yeah, I think you can go for the standard check format, and a default payment payable document which is associated with your bank account. My bank account is BOFA. Yeah, so this is my bank account BOFA MOAC US operations, and this is my payable document. So this is my payable document which is associated with my bank account. So you can just click on apply. I mean, if you want, you can click on save and add details. You can proceed further, but these are the mandatory details. So with these mandatory details, you can proceed further. Just click on apply. So we have done with the creation of the payment. So we are done with the creation of the payment process profile. So in the payment process profile, you have selected your payable document and the payment instruction file format. Now we need to proceed with the creation of the PPR template. So for the PPR template, go to payments, entry, payments manager. So again, the creation of the PPR template is optional. The reason why we create a PPR template is like in the PPR template, you can put your all your default values. So whenever you run your PPR process, you can just select your you can associate that PPR process with your PPR template, so that all the values whatever you have entered in your PPR template gets defaulted, so that you need not manually enter them whenever you are running your PPR process. So PPR template is just a one-time activity. So template, create, I'll just say ARV PPR template, ARV PPR template, and there is a lot of criteria here, like if you want to make a if you want to use this particular template only for a specific payee, that is a supplier, you can select that, or for a specific payment method or specific supplier type or specific payment priorities, you can use that. So I just want to use this particular PPR template for the invoices with the payee, which is a supplier name as ABC supplier. and payment method of check. Yeah, this one. And you can specify any specific pay groups, or you can leave all, so that it this particular template will select all the invoices with all the pay groups. And legal entities, again, you can leave it as all, or you can specify a specific legal entity. So in this case I just want to specify my legal entity, which is vision operations. And then again, operating units, you can leave it as all, so that all the operating units under vision operation legal entity will be considered. Or you can specify. So I click on specify, click on add, and when I click on go, I'll be able to see only one operating unit, because there is only one operating unit under this particular legal entity. Okay. And payment currencies, if you want, you can restrict it to a specific currency, which is a USD currency. In our current example, I have created two invoices under USD. Or you can leave it blank, so that system will consider all the invoices under different currencies. Payment attributes, so here is specify your disbursement bank account, that is the bank account through which you want to make the payment. So select the bank account of BOFA, MOAC, or US operations. And then payment process profile, select your payment process profile, whatever we have created just now. ARV, this is the one which we have created, ARV payment process profile. And payable document, I think we have created a payable document of card check here. And then payment exchange rate type, I just want to use spot. So this is basically used whenever you are making a payment of uh, invoices which are in foreign currency. Process automation, what do you want to do whenever invoices are selected? So basically this is important, and this is important, and the last one, stop process for review after scheduled payment selection. So that is, after the scheduled invoices are selected, what do you want to do, whether you want to review or you want to proceed further. If you want to review, then just check this checkbox. If you do not want to review, then uncheck the checkbox, so that it will proceed further. And stop process for review after creation of the proposed payment. So first is selection of the invoices, and the next one is selection creation of the proposed payment. So once the invoice is selected, you reviewed and you proceed further, system will create your proposed payment record. So when it has created a proposed payment record, whether you want to stop and review, so just check the checkbox of stop process after creation of the proposed payment, so that you will have a one more chance before you confirm the payment to review. And payment instruction, when do you want to create your payment instruction profile? Instruction initiate when payment process requesting is complete, or wait for standard request submission. So select initiate when payment process request is complete. As soon as the payment process request is complete, you want the payment instruction file to be generated. You do not want to wait and run some other standard request. And validation failure results, if whenever there is a format payment format validations, what do you want to do, whether you want to stop process for review, or whether you want to reject only the documents with error and proceed further, or reject all the documents and reject all the documents for the pay when any document fails. So better go for stop process for review. Even for the payment also, select stop process for review, so that you can review, and then we can take an action accordingly. Okay, click on apply. So this completes the creation of the payment process request template. And the last step is running of the payment process request PPR. So now go to this payment process request, click on submit single request. So enter your payment process request name. So I'll just use the naming convention as ARV underscore PPR. I'll just use today's date, 17th, sorry, 17th April 2018. This is my first PPR process for day. I'll just say 01 and use templates. This is an optional. So when once you enter a template, all the values whatever you have entered in the template will be defaulted here. So I'll just use the template ARV payment. What is the name we have given? ARV percentage. Yeah, ARV payment process. Two. Which one I have given? I think I have given this one, ARV PPR template. Yeah, so as soon as I enter the template name, you can see the payee, payment method, your legal entity, operating unit, payment currency, uh, payment defaults. You can see your disbursement bank payable, PPP payable document, and processing results. All this got defaulted, so you need not enter anything. So on a daily basis, whenever you run your PPR process, just select the template so that all the values will be defaulted. Now click on submit. So this is where you are running your PPR process, so that the system will try to create the payment for those two invoices. You have already submitted. Now just check for the status. Okay, it is in new status. So this is your PPR process. What we have created? Invoices pending for review. So the first step, as we have selected an option of stop and review the invoices when we have as we have selected that particular option, when we have created your template, so system is asking us to review before proceeding further. So click on start action. You should be able to see two invoices. One is for 30,000, another one is for 40,000. So 30,000 and 40,000. If you want, you can select any of these invoices and you can say remove from request. But if you do not want to remove any of the invoices from the PPR process, you can just directly click on submit so that it will proceed further. And if you do not want to proceed further on this particular PPR process, you can directly click on terminate request. So I just want to proceed further, so I'll click on submit. Okay, so now you can see invoices selected, assembling payments, pending, proposed payment for review. As we have again specified an option of review proposed payment, so system is now asking us to review before proceeding further. So click on start action. Again, you can see there are two invoices which got selected. You can select run payment process and click on go and proceed further, or you can even, if you do not want to proceed further, you can just terminate payment process. I want to proceed further, so I'll select this and click on go. Now the status, you can say pending proposed payment review. You can also check the different concurrent requests which got triggered in the background from view request. See, all these requests got triggered. First is payment schedule payment selection, then build payments, and then format payments. The format payments is completed. Go back here, refresh this. It is formatting. Okay, so the request is completed here. Now what you need to do is click on this link. Okay, here you can see those. If you select on this particular payment, okay, here you can see those two invoices, and there is a hyperlink for related payment instructions. Click on this. Okay, formatted, ready for printing. Click on take action. Okay, in a real world, you need to select the uh, printer, which is where you want to print those checks. So if this being a testing environment, as I do not have any printer, I am selecting no print. Click on print. Okay, go back to your payment process request. Refresh this. Again, click on this payment process request. Click on this submitted for printing. Click on take action. Okay, so as you can see, it is trying to print a check for that particular amount of 70,000. So click on record print status. Okay, so it has printed one check, and if there are any spoiled checks or skip checks when you are printing these checks, you can just record them here and then click on update print status. Otherwise, you can just click on continue. Okay, so one last step again. Are you sure you want to confirm the print status as final? This action cannot be reversed. So once you click on apply, the payment will be applied for your invoices. Submitted for printing. Just click on this reference. You should be able to see that. Yeah, there are no validation errors. I think it's already completed. Okay, this is the payment instructions. Go back to your PPR process. Yeah, you can see payment process request status is confirmed. So that means your payment is completed. Now go back and cross check the payment status of those two invoices. Invoices entry, invoices, invoice number is ABC, I think 3000. Okay, ABC 3000. Just say 300 percentage. Okay, so this is the old one. I'm not sure like who has created this, but okay, these are two invoices. So 3000 and 3001. So invoice with an invoice number ABC 3000 is for 30,000, and here you can see amount paid is 30,000, and ABC 3001 is another invoice number where the amount paid is 40,000. And once you click on view payments, you should be able to see the payment number, payment date, and amount. Click on payment overview, click on payments. Okay, so here you can see there is a one payment which got created for $70,000, and that payment number or the check number is 4, and these are the two invoices which are selected for payment. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video. For interesting videos on Oracle financials, please do subscribe to my channel, and please do not forget to click on bell button for interesting updates on my YouTube channel. Thank you.